Right, we're going through what's making the news today in the company of the former Liberal Democrat Minister Norman Baker and the political commentator Paula London. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Red and green,
Morning.
and very festive colours as well.
What about Elon Musk, Paula? Could we start talking about him and the possibility that he's going to bankroll the Reform Party and Nigel Farage?
Yes, a lot of people were enraged yesterday when Nigel posted a photograph of himself, Nick Candy and Elon Musk in America. And obviously, Elon practically helped Trump win the election. He's a very, very powerful man. He's extremely rich. Those three men together are worth about $500 billion, I believe.
Who is Nick Candy? What does he do?
Nick Candy is a property magnate.
Oh, yeah.
He's a money man.
He's married to the singer,
Holly
isn't he?
Valance.
Yes, Holly
Yeah.
Valance,
He is, yeah.
He was also a donor to the Conservative Party. He gave $250,000 to Boris Johnson. And now, obviously, he's moved over to Reform. And he has said that he can arrange around £40 million for Reform, and he's going to make a personal donation of £1 million plus himself.
Right,
So,
all of this fills me with dread. I'm just cutting across you here because I think this means that politics is out there to the highest bidder.
That's exactly right. And leave aside whether you're in favour of reform or not in favour of reform. This is not about this. This is about whether, A, someone with a huge amount of money can buy elections, and secondly, Elon Musk is an American. We're in this country.
He's actually South African.
Well, OK, thank you, but I mean, he's not British, and he's talking from the States. And what he's doing is effectively interfering in our politics. And I do think we should either have, A, huge amounts of money from one individual, or B, someone from overseas.
well, I don't think it's... Money, obviously, is a huge thing in politics, but it's the power of Twitter. So many people now decide who they want to vote for because of Twitter. It's not just about politicians being on TV, and obviously he has the platform. He's put his neck on the line, and let's not forget, if Trump had lost, he could have been arrested for election interference. So... yeah, Twitter's really going to help people because so many people are trying to silence people on the right around the West, and he won't let it happen. And that's why I'm very proud of him. Like, those three guys could save the West. So, yeah.
I don't know, save the West.
Yes.
I mean, they will be people, Elon Musk and Candy in particular, are people with so much money they can skew the electoral process.
Well, look what happened at Lord Alley with Labour.
No, I don't agree with that either. People should be able to assess issues on the basis of whether they're right or wrong, whether they agree with them or don't agree with them, and they shouldn't be able to be influenced disproportionately by people who are able to spend huge amounts of money to buy up coverage on TV, radio and on the internet.
Why do you think billionaires are drawn to politics? I mean, if there is a desire to donate and solve some of the social issues that face us, could they not just wipe out the debt, for example, facing the NHS?
Of course they could do.
Or solve the problems in our schools. So what is it that you think that Nick Candy or Elon Musk will get
Power
from this? And that doesn't worry you?
It does worry me a little, but I think once you make a hell of a lot of money in life, for them, they just want power. They want to make change. I believe they have intrinsic satisfaction. They want to make the world a better place.
But why don't they do that by sorting out our schools and our hospitals?
It's much
and our
easier
social
with
problems?
politics because you know you can have a voice, but if you're in the inside, it's easier.
I don't think they want to make the world a better place. I think they want power. That's the first thing they want. And the second thing is they want to be able to ensure that their view of the world is imposed on other people, whether they want it or not. That's what they want.
And that's the thing, Norman. I mean, you were saying it doesn't matter who your political party is, who you support or whatever, there should be a ring fence, something around which says this is politics, these are the political parties, these are the rules where you can become engaged in this or not, and money should not be part of what we're talking about.
Could there be a legal change before this happens?
Well, I mean,
to stop a party making or capping the amount a company could donate?
There could be, and in fact there should be. I'm in favour of public... I mean, this is a minority view. I'm in favour of public funding of political parties based on the number of members that a party has that generates a response from the taxpayer. Because, OK, it's going to cost public money, but it's much cleaner. It's much, much cleaner than what we have at the moment. And you cannot have someone coming in and giving £10 million or whatever it happens to be and getting a response. Elon Musk, by the way, has made an absolute fortune out of Trump because what's happened is his shares have gone up massively and the amount of money he gave to Trump has more than been covered by the increase in his share value.
Interesting. What do you think in all of this? Have your say. Get in touch with us today.
I have to say the inbox is absolutely awash with people thinking that it's anti-right and a liberal lefty position to question money in politics. So everybody's saying, you know, he really doesn't care. want anything in return. He's doing it at the goodness of his heart.
I know, but look at Lord Ali. People in Labour wanted to completely
but there was a
crush
national
us.
outcry, and people called it cash for...
Well, there's not much of an outcry. I mean, what's happened? We don't even know what he was supposedly getting for the money.
Suppose Arthur Scargill had been a billionaire. Would people be happy with that? Him buying up policy that way? I wouldn't be happy with that.
Well, he bought access to 10 Downing Street, so...
I'm not
literally, physically, so...
OK, let's talk, shall we, about the WASPy women situation and, you know, big criticism here of all of these very prominent cabinet ministers standing shoulder to shoulder with the WASPy women, promising to compensate them and then betraying them once they're in power. And I turn to you, Norman, because it has got echoes of the tuition fees.
It has exactly got echoes of tuition fees. And the issue is, I listened to the minister yesterday, Liz Kendall, and I don't actually disagree very much with what she said. I mean, I do think that most people were aware of what was going to happen. I do think it was right to equalise between men and women, and I do think there was sufficient notice given in most cases. So I think that and £10 billion to correct it is a disproportionate use of taxpayers' money. So I actually agree with what the government said. But they didn't say that before the election. The Labour Party before the election said they were going to do something about it. They're not doing anything about it, and that is like tuition fees. I'm sorry, and I got my fingers burnt. I lost my political virginity, if you like, over tuition fees. I did. That's having to go and vote for that, and it was horrible. It was horrible. And the lesson from this is, from tuition fees and this, is you have to be careful in opposition what you say because you're held to account when you then become the government of the day. And I'll make a prediction here. Labour and the WASPy thing is going to have the same impact on their reputation as tuition fees did on Lib Dems.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
Funny, we're talking about Elon Musk and his money, whatever, and you talk about Labour's election chances. Surely his money's wasted because Keir Starmer's never going to get back. If there was an election tomorrow, Labour would not get in.
He's the most, after 5 months in power, he's got the worst record of any Prime Minister, except Liz Truss would have probably been worse, but she got seen off by a lettuce. But apart from her, he's below where, you know, William Hague would have been in the Tory leadership.
I think it's getting worse as well.
It's getting worse.
I heard him being interviewed yesterday on this WASPy issue, and he couldn't even answer a question.
Well,
and
you know, I
this
think
is a
there's
guy
going to be a snap, so, yeah.
I think I don't know if he'll last the course. I really am beginning to wonder if he's going to crack.
Well, I just despair because they had a huge majority. They could have come in with a radical programme. They could have sorted everything out. And actually what they're doing is nothing, near enough nothing. And they're burning through that goodwill at a rate of knots.
Yeah.
OK. What are we going to talk? Health.
We've only got a minute left on this.
Christmas baubles. Christmas baubles.
Christmas bauble. This is kind of the killjoy story of the Christmas. This is the someone called Jamie Woodhall from the Initial Washroom Hygiene, whatever that is, carried out a study and warns that Christmas baubles are dirtier than toilet seats, according to his probe. And he's recommending that everybody wipes down their decorations with an antibacterial cloth. I mean, give me strength.
I can't believe it, though. We've got mice in our attic.
Oh, do you? That's
so
scary.
Maybe our Christmas decks are a bit mousy.
I can't bear rodents. I saw
Can you bear Christmas baubles? Have you got a tree
I don't have a Christmas tree. It's just me and my little dog at home, and I'm going to be here Christmas Day, actually, so I'm very excited.
Yeah. And you wouldn't put up anything, a small token of fibre optics, anything?
Oh, no, there's not a lot of room either, so no, I'm not. I mean, when I was a child at home, there was always a Christmas tree, but obviously there's one here. And, yeah, I mean, I'm in a good mood, so I don't need a tree.
Well, happy Christmas, Paula. Thank you very much indeed. Here's Honor with the weather.